Joined here by Tyrell Cummings. And
Yes,
Tyrell,
sir.
we appreciate you joining us.
Wow. Appreciate being here.
Hey, it's crazy to think, but, going into your senior year, first, has it set in that it's your senior year? And second, what do you enjoy most about getting that last year out on the field?
Senior year is very important. It's how you go out, and everybody want to go out great, doing something great, or at least being conducive to some type of team aspect. And everybody usually says they want to go out senior year on a championship. I just want to go out senior year playing the best we can play as a team. Because if you lose a championship, you can get mad at your teammates. But if y'all play the best you can play throughout the whole season, and at the end, especially at the end of the season, you can't be mad at anything. And it's all love after that. Yeah.
You have to be happy to see, speaking on that, how this team's playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
You guys coming off 2 wins, over Azusa and Central. Big wins for the program.
So,
Seems like you guys are clicking at the right time.
I think those first 2 games that we lost, especially after the first game, it really put a fire in us because, especially as a defense, we saw that we could have played so much better. But that's college football. Because unlike the NFL, we don't have preseason and stuff like that. So that first game is sort of like a preseason in that first 2 quarters that you're gonna see what you're doing right now and how you can do it at this time. But it's beautiful that you start so low, but you just keep growing and growing, and that's what you've seen from us this year through week 1 through 4, especially at the second week where we made that game close and probably actually could have made that game a W if we complete certain assignments at certain times. And then going game 3 and 4, confidence at the high, defensively and offensively. Ty Curry just had 5 touchdowns. Our defense just had 2 picks, So we're playing at a very high level right now, but our high level needs to get higher, especially going into these second games we're having with the people in conference.
And how about you along the defensive line? Has that kind of always been your spot over the years, and kind of what led you to playing that position? And how much do you enjoy playing that spot?
I love defensive line, man. I grew up idolizing people like Warren Sapp, John Randall. Recently, one of the people that inspired me is Aaron Donald, of course, with his defensive MVP season he just had. And I've always been a big dude. All right, I always been the dude. Hey, you gonna eat all that? That was me. So I always played on the interior. I played a little end in high school, and it's just something about playing with your hands. It's more like a martial art than the football, where you're able to do swim moves, rip moves, and you're able just to be physical. And ain't nothing better than getting a sack. Ain't nothing better than getting a sack. A strip sack, too, and you recover it. That's the dream right there. That's the dream right there. Yes, sir.
Yeah, nothing's better than that. I remember our first home game against Commerce. You had that sack, and it was just crazy. When you get that sack, it's just huge, because, every time,
Yes, sir.
no matter where time of the game it is, it's such a big moment.
Yeah,
because it always swings momentum, because it always puts the team back whatever how many yards, and they're going to have to go behind the down and distance.
Yeah. And a sack really boosts the morale of the defense. After a sack, man, that play after the sack, everybody goes harder. I don't know what it is. It's different from a pick or a tackle for loss or a forced fumble, because usually after those turnovers you're on the sideline and then you got to regroup and get it back. But after a sack and they're going into second or third down, everybody's on their gears and they're really just revving it up right there. And that's beautiful, man. It's just so beautiful just to see that quarterback fall. It's a beautiful feeling too.
And how about you? Ended up coming to WOU. Kind of talk about your decision to end up here and how you've enjoyed it so far after spending some time at Central Oklahoma. You're a Washington guy, so it's kind of closer to home for you. Just talk about your journey to this point in your career to get up here.
Well, first, like so many players, I went the JUCO route. Arizona Scottsdale Community College. Did 2 years there. Got a scholarship from University of Central Oklahoma. I played there for a year. I had some pretty good stats, probably top line of the defensive line. Got hurt out there. Didn't know if I was going to play anymore. So I just went back home, sat out for a little bit. Didn't know if I was going to play. Then I made the decision with my mother that I was going to play. You know, I had a torn meniscus, so the doc was like, well, if you play like this, especially at your weight, you might be jeopardizing some carpal tunnel down the way in your joints and your knees. And we really weighed that option out. And then after talking with my family and stuff and knowing how much I really loved the game, I couldn't put it down. And plus, it really helped me slim it down too, playing, exercising. So then I called back Central Oklahoma. They had already filled my spot with other JUCO guys they brought in. So then I was just looking for another home. One of my people down in Washington was like, Western Oregon, their last all-GNAC nose tackle graduated. They need another one just for some depth. And I called them, sent them some film. They welcomed me in lovingly, and been here ever since, enjoying the ride, enjoying the progress of this right here. I love WOU. I love WOU. Little town, ain't much to get you in trouble, but when you find those group of friends you just hang out with, love it at WOU. Love it at WOU.
All right, Tyrell. We really appreciate you taking the time today. Of course, best of luck this season.
Thank you.
We'll be catching up with you very soon. You know that.
Hopefully I'll make some plays, baby.
I know you will. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Yes, sir.